So, welcome back. And I'm going to wait for a few minutes to see if anybody pops back in. I just really wanted to get this picture of Cairo up so everybody can see it because I think it's just such a beautiful picture of him. Like, he is so, God, he looked like he was just an amazing kid, you know? And to think that his mom and her friend or girlfriend or whatever that Coleman chick was to her called him a demon and said he was possessed. Like, his energy just doesn't even say that he's that kind of kid that you'd be like, oh, he's so bad, he's horrible. Just he looks like such a happy kid. And I love this picture of him. Welcome back. I'm not gonna stay too long this time. I didn't like the way the other live stream ended, so I wanted to get this picture of Cairo out there. That's what I was saying because he just looks so full of life and so happy and energetic. Like he looks like such a sweet kid. I mean, I thought this picture really, really contrasted with the image that we probably all had in our head for the last year of him bundled up in a suitcase or him possibly on an autopsy table or, you know what I'm saying, whatever images that we might have had because this is him. This is who he was. This is a beautiful, sweet little boy right here. Hey, Ra. Oh, I was checking out your channel the other day. Um, you were doing Summer Wells and was it yeah Summer Wells and Cody Bigsby. I was watching that the other day. I really enjoyed it. And the joint link is up there. If you want to hop up for a little while, I'm just hanging out tonight. You know, no pressure, no muss, no fuss, no rush. You're welcome. So if you missed it, this is a picture of Cairo Jordan, the little boy who was found in the Las Vegas suitcase. Um, in the last live stream that crashed out, I went over a couple of articles. You know, Coleman, the one that they did catch, the one that was his mom's girlfriend or friend or whatever, she's been sentenced. She took a 25-year plea bargain. She has 25 years in prison and 5 years of probation afterwards. And she also had to agree to testify against Cairo's mom if she's ever prosecuted for this. And believe it or not, his mom is still on the run after all this time. They still haven't caught her. Like, where could she possibly be hiding? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no way. But then again, this case doesn't really get a lot of publicity. So, with the lack of publicity and the lack of putting her face out there, she could pretty much blend in, especially in bigger cities. They were saying that she traveled a lot to places like San Francisco, San Diego, Houston, and if she's in and she's from Atlanta, so if she's in bigger places like that, there's she can blend into the crowd easily, you know, because nobody's gonna recognize her face because her face isn't being blasted. I would really like for you to do a video about Cairo and see what you have to say. I think that would be very interesting. But yeah, his energy is just so pure. Like, I really hate that this had to happen to him. I hate it when it happens to any child, you know. But when we cover these cases, you know, these kids become like our babies, you know, and it's like we form an attachment to them, especially when we see all these cute pictures of them in life and how happy and energetic they were, their smiles, you know. I mean, these kids are so, they all seemed like they were such amazing kids. Summer Wells, Oakley Carlson. Hey, Rod, thanks for hopping up.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Did you do much
That's good.
coverage on the Cairo case?
No. I don't know if I exactly remember it.
He was the one that the mushroom forager found the Las Vegas suitcase in the woods out in Indiana, and
Hmm.
they finally identified him as Cairo Jordan like 7 months later, and they arrested the mom's friend, but the mom is still on the run.
Oh, wow. I don't think I've ever heard of that. I'm listening.
Oh, okay. Well, then check out the live I did before this one. At the end of that,
Uh-huh.
I'm doing Cairo's coverage, and I go over a couple of articles. I'm also going to go back and post the links to all the articles in the description for that video. But it crashed out on me, so I didn't get a chance to like end it the way I wanted it to, and have a chance to add all that information. So I'm going to do that after this live.
Okay. Okay. I will be watching.
But yeah, you did an interesting video on Cody and on Summer Wells. If you want to talk about Cody a little bit, feel free because I actually had him. I have some stuff pulled up on Cody too.
Yes, I was actually watching your piece before, and when it went out or something at the end, and so I went back and I was watching. I was trying to see what you was reading about Ariel Sellers, um, and so that was very interesting. I remember that I thought only one of the parents had criminal records, but come to find out, both of them did. I didn't know that. So that's what I was the last thing I saw of yours. So,
Yeah, it's a whole lot of hot mess going on with that Ariel Sellers case. Like, I don't know. I'll be glad when we finally get justice for her and when they finally stop postponing the trial and postponing the trial because it
yes,
is way past time for the Kaluas to be held fully accountable for what they did to that poor baby.
yes, yes, it's beyond torture. That is crazy. That's we were supposed to be talking about Summer and Cody. I don't really remember which piece it is. It probably was a question that went with each other. Like, did their parents fail them or something like that? Because that's what I was doing. When I have two people side by side, I have a common question or a common theme or something. So I'm not really sure exactly what it was about with Summer and Cody. Can you
I
jog
know
my
in part
memory?
of it you were talking about like dreams or visions that you had about Cody, and like
Oh,
sometimes it was like you were seeing through his eyes and
yeah,
sometimes it was like
yeah.
you were watching him.
Yup, yup. Okay, okay. So
You know
both
which one I'm
times
talking
I
about
have a
now?
yup, yup. Well, I know I have heard it in both cases, both of them. So with Summer, I seen through Summer's eye. So the first time I ever like me and you have something in common. We both started our channel over Summer. Like when I started my channel, it was because Summer showed me visions and things to try to tell me what happened to her. I had just was watching this person's piece on Summer, and she's like a a spiritually gifted person. Her name is Dark Rose, I believe. And so she was doing something on Summer. She was trying to say what she gets. So, and in that, I just was picking up what she was saying. Sometimes she says things, but she doesn't, she's not direct because she has to worry about, getting struck, by
Yeah,
YouTube or whatever. So I just was picking up what she was saying, and I just started talking to Summer Spirit, like really, like I was like, I don't know if you're alive, if you're not alive, but I pray that you're alive. And I was saying, just if you are on the other side, that you could do this, you could do that. Like my very first piece is about Summer, and my almost all of my stuff in the beginning was about Summer because um she reached back out to me. I was just saying all the stuff like, if you are on the other side, you could do this, you could do that, you could fly, you could do this like a superhero. And I was like Super Summer, baby. And that's why if you ever watch my older videos, I call her Super Summer. That's what I call her. And that's the reason why I call her that. So anyway, as soon as I said all that stuff, it was like she put me into her world. People will not believe the type of things that I experienced, but she pulled me into her world. I was in the woods of Tennessee where her parents supposedly, took her. You know the story about her. And so I was there,
Yeah.
like Tennessee, seen the whole scenery. I was looking to the right. I seen these trees that was like strategically placed, like it was a park or something like that. Then when I looked to the front, it was like almost like I can't even explain it. It was like almost like a mountain of bushes or something, right? And then when I looked to the left, it was these tall, tall trees. So all together, it's almost like I stepped back to see the whole scenery, and it was like a forest with a lake in the middle. Like so, and somebody, I was Summer too. I was seeing this through Summer eyes. I was Summer, and somebody was carrying me back to Warriors Path State Park. I didn't know that's what that was, but I knew what it looked like. And so I just became obsessed and just started searching uh, areas in Tennessee that looked like this because that's all I knew from her is that she's from Tennessee. And
Yeah, I was just
so,
about to ask, did you ever pull up like pictures of Warriors Path
yup,
State Park to see if it looks familiar?
yup. By the time I um did my piece on her, which probably was about 3 days later, I had everything. I ran into the picture of the place. I was like, this is what I seen in my vision right here, like literally. And I ran into the place. I knew that it was called Warriors Path State Park because the mother had posted it on her, I don't know if it was a TikTok page, Facebook page, but it was just like
Probably
all the
TikTok,
information.
because Candace did a lot of TikTok.
Yup, yup. And I had seen like in the vision and everything that I experienced before I was at Tennessee. At first, I seen these long, long golden leaves or weeds, something. It's almost like it's a clue or something, right? And then I seen um like a sketch of a man, right? Who I did not know who that was yet, but I seen a sketch of a man. I thought it was a man that was Native American or Latino, but come to find out, when I saw it later, I saw a man that resembled this man later, and he has something to do with the case. Like they wanted me to pay attention to that church, to the Seventh Day Adventist Church. They wanted me to pay attention to that in Kingsport. Um, and there's a guy by the name of Pastor
Hmm.
Matt. It's a guy by the name of Pastor Matt. Check him out too. Um, it's something about that church they want me to focus on. Even though they had a lot of prayer circles and prayer rituals and stuff like that. Um, I think you should watch at least one of them just to see what type of feel you get from these people, the group of people in the whole. It'll tell you a lot. I know you have intuition too, whether you know it or
Okay,
not.
I will.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So you
But
said Pastor Mac and Dark Rose.
um, well, yeah. I don't know if Dark Rose is on YouTube
And if you
anymore,
can
but
remember which piece that was that you were just talking about, tag me in the comments so I can check it out.
okay. My thing about Summer, it's the very first piece. If you go on my channel, it's the very first of it will be way back there. It's the very first piece, except for the introductory, the very first piece. I mean, that was probably 2 years ago, probably. So it's the I don't know what it's called, but it's the very
Okay, do
first.
you have it in a
Yeah.
playlist?
Um, I could probably go find it on my channel, but yeah, if I'll go find it on my channel, I don't know how I'm gonna send it to you. Maybe I'll go email you.
just tag me in the comments. Just do like at Savage Says TC or at Savage Says, and it'll tag me in the comments.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yup. And so yeah.
This thing is kind of breaking up again, so I think it's gonna crash out again. I don't know what's going on with my Wi-Fi. I'm like right by the modem, so I shouldn't have like two
Yeah, that
bars.
might be my phone. That might be
Doesn't
my
make a whole
phone
lot of
because you
sense.
sound clear. You heard me? That might be my phone because you sound clear to me.
Oh, okay.
Like you
Oh,
sound
okay.
really clear.
Okay.
Yeah. So go ahead and get whatever you were gonna do when
Okay.
you're.
Cool. So I guess my
Yeah.
Wi-Fi is active right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So,
I'm gonna probably just come back tomorrow night and do Cody
okay.
because he's already been
Okay.
covered so much with the confession letters, but I want to put my 2 cents in worth on those
Yeah.
confession letters. So I'll probably just give Cody his own night tomorrow night.
Yes, and that's what I did. The
But
last
thanks
thing
for
I
hopping
did
on.
on
I
Cody.
appreciate it.
Okay. You're welcome. All right.
Good night
Have a good one.
and
See
good
you.
night, everybody.